scrapyard is, there's a field at the side of it, right? And you can get down and sort of just to wipe the thing.
You are listening to Coventry United Matchday, and welcome back to the second half of this exclusively live Midland League Premier Division match between Coventry United and Heanor Town. The score is currently Coventry 0, Heanor 0. Not too many chances of note so far in this game. The best coming from Heanor right back Greg Marriott in the opening stages of the match. So here's hoping that we will see some goals in the second half. Before we get going with the second half here at Sphinx Drive, let's take you through the half-time scores from around the ground, starting with the Premier League. One full-time score, Chelsea 3, Arsenal 1. The latest scores now, Crystal Palace 0, Sunderland 4. So a big win on the way for David Moyes and Sunderland. Everton 3, Bournemouth 0, Hull City 1, Liverpool 0. A shock scoreline there for Silver and the boys, who are looking to evade relegation, of course. Southampton 1, West Ham 2. So right now, all the lesser teams, sorry, not the lesser teams, the teams in relegation trouble are seeming to Birmingham 0, Fulham 0, Blackburn 0, QPR 0, Bristol City 0, Rotherham 0, Burton 0, Wolves 1, Cardiff 0, Norwich City 1, Ipswich 1, Reading 0, Newcastle 1, Derby 0. If we can get the next list of fixtures up, there you go. And also the game between Forest and Aston Villa kicks off at 5:30. That's live on Sky Sports as well. Into League One now. Bradford City 2, Gillingham 1, Charlton 1, Fleetwood 0, Chesterfield 0, Oldham 0, Coventry City 0, Millwall 1. It's going to be another miserable weekend for Sky Blues fans, it appears. And of course the protest between the Coventry City fans. There's been tennis balls thrown on the pitch at the Rico Arena. Some fans have apparently been kicked out of the ground, so I should say it's all happening at the Rico. Sadly, it's happening in the wrong net on the pitch of the Sky Blues. MK Dons 0, Bolton 1, Port Vale 0, Peterborough 1, Rochdale 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Sheffield United 2, Wimbledon 0, Shrewsbury 0, Bury 0, Southend 1, Scunthorpe 1, and Walsall 0, Northampton 1. In League 2, Accrington 1, Notts County 0, Barnet 0, Mansfield 1, Blackpool 1, Colchester 1, Cambridge 0, and, well, the score's gone off. Here we go, Cambridge 0, Plymouth 1, Cheltenham 0, Newport 0, Crawley 1, Stevenage 0, Doncaster 0, Morecambe 1, Exeter 1, Crewe 0, Grimsby 0, Luton 0, Hartlepool 0, Yeovil Town 0, Leyton Orient 1, Carlisle 1, and Wickham 0, Portsmouth 0. Of course, the Sky Blues of Coventry City playing Wickham at the Rico in midweek in the semi-finals of the Checker Trade Trophy. That's how they're going to be doing better than they have against Millwall. And let's get a score update from from Murrayfield in the Six Nations. Of course, the Six Nations getting going today, and I can tell you that the score is Scotland 24, Ireland 22. So Scotland are doing very well there. 2 tries from Hogg, 1 from Dunbar, and 3 conversions by Laidlaw, as well as a penalty. And there's still around 10 minutes to go at Murrayfield, but it is currently Scotland 24, Ireland 22. We'll try and keep you to date with everything that's going on at Murrayfield right here on Coventry United Match Day. Before we get going for the second half, a quick shout out to our sponsors at Graham the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all of your bathroom, heating and plumbing needs. Check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. That's grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. Let's take you through the starting lineups now for both sides as we get set for the second half at Sphinx Drive. For Coventry United, number 1, Rich Morris. 2, Pierre Mudim. 3, Ben Valance. 4, Gift Musa. 5, Chris Cox. 6, Lewis Ison. 7, Kevin Thornton. 8, Tommy Glasgow. 9, Kai Williams. 10, Josh O'Grady. And 11, Courtney Cameron. And for Heanor, number 1, Adam Jablonski. Number 2, Greg Marriott. 3, Keenan Layton. Number 4, Alex Brown. 5, Sean Ralston. 6, Adrian Whitmore. 7, Jay Cooper. 8, Joe Naylor. 9, Nathan Benger. Number 10 is Josh Craddock. And number 11, Jack Warner. as we get set for the second half here at Sphinx Drive. It is currently 0-0. But we would expect some goals in the second half because in 38 games in League and Cup this season, Heanor have only failed to score 3 times. And also they've only kept 5 clean sheets in 38 League and Cup matches as well. But also Heanor have drawn 8 times in the league, which is the second highest of any team in the Premier Division. So a few useless stats for all you fans out there. Well, we are underway for the second half as the floodlights come on at Sphinx Drive. The ends have been changed and Coventry United now kicking from left to right. Moodham squeezed out there by several Heanor players, but Moodham gets the ball back, chips over towards Kyle Williams, but cut out by Ralston. Brown puts it forward, and there was minimal contact there on Cooper. I've got to say, I think Cooper went down a little too easily. There was a slight push by Chris Cox in the back of Cooper, but that was it a free kick? I'm not too sure about that. I think he went down a little bit too easily. But the referee seeing enough to get the free kick, and Chris Cox is not happy, and he'll be even more angry if this results in a goal. Well, both Cooper and Jack Warner are standing over the ball. In fact, Warner is now heading over towards the edge of the penalty area. And what a start to the second half this would be for the Lions. If Jay Cooper could open the scoring. He's looking to whip it in, I believe. He's got 5 Heanor players in the box and one ready for a Paul Scholes-like strike if it does end up coming out of the area. It's whipped in towards the near post, side netting! Oh, Jay Cooper fooled us all there. He was looking to, in my opinion, set up what looked like it was going to be a chip towards the far post. But no, he went for glory himself and it very nearly paid off. It just cut a little bit too much for Cooper's liking. It remains scoreless at Sphinx Drive. Josh O'Grady, looking for an option now on the left wing, plays it back to Ben Vallance. Chips it forward, looking for Kai Williams, and he's not going to beat Whitmore in the air. And it's through now for Jack Warner in the penalty area. Warner, and parried well by Rich Morris, and the follow-up attempt well saved again by Rich Morris. Outstanding goalkeeping from United's number 1. The first shot was straight at him, but the second one was a great catch. And 2 efforts from Jack Warner, so close to giving Heanor a lead, but what a start it's been to this second half by the Lions. Cameron, forward for Josh O'Grady. Brought down there by Josh Craddock. Referee says no foul. Here comes Cooper. Cooper's still going. He's got Benga in support. He's going to go on his own, and it's easily gathered by Rich Morris in the United net. As the sun sets and the floodlights take over at Sphinx Drive.
How long do you have him, ref?
The lights are certainly not going out on Hean's performance. They're giving it all they've got at the start of this second half. The Lions smelling their prey and going in for the kill. Moose lets the ball run and it's intercepted by Warner. Leighton. Benga, a little bit of shuffling there by Ison. And Benga's pass easy intercepted there by Chris Cox at centre-back. O'Grady over to Kevin Thornton, good control. Looking for an option now in the midfield. He's got Musa in support. Puts it on to the right now with Musa. Musa still going, tries to play in Courtney Cameron. It's back to Musa on the edge of the area, a bit of a push in the back by Craddock. Courtney Cameron trying to get the cross in, lays it up to Kevin Thornton. Now O'Grady. Once again, patient play by United, but are they being too patient? Bit of urgency is needed for the red and greens. Williams strikes through. Williams pushing the back there by Whitmore. Oh, I've got to say, if the push on Cooper was a foul earlier on, that's got to be a foul. I think Whitmore's got away with that one, and now Heanor looks to take advantage. Warner. Onto the right with Marriott. Craddock. Back to Marriott. Marriott has got past Glasgow. Can he get the cross in towards Benga? Ison gets on it, and Cox will stride away with the ball. But it's passed towards O'Grady. Poor control by O'Grady, but Cox is still going. He's trying to go all on his own here, and his opposite number 5, Sean Ralston, hoofs it out of play. But once again, Heanor Town is reminding Coventry United who they're up against. And it's another throw into Heanor Town. Valence strides down the left, pressured by Brown and Marriott, plays it into the centre now with Josh O'Grady towards Williams. Ralston cuts it out, but the clearance only as far as Valence, who finds Kevin Thornton. Thornton striding forward now. It's Thornton, puts it into the area for Kyle Williams. Can he turn? He tried. It's O'Grady, and he tries to stab it into the area. Williams gets on it, forced down from behind. Penalty kick! Penalty kick, Coventry United. And Kevin Thornton striding towards the penalty spot. Kai Williams pushed from behind. And Kevin Thornton, who has been very successful with spot kicks this season, looks to add another to his already impressive collection. He scored one at Long Eaton 2 weeks ago. What will be the result this time? Same result! Kevin Thornton scores and gives Coventry United the lead. Well, Heanor have been pushing United all the way at the start of this second half, but it's the red and greens who have the advantage at Sphinx Drive. And Thornton, who, I've got to say, hasn't won himself any friends at Heanor after lashing out at Cooper earlier on in the match, has come back to haunt the lines once again. And the score at Sphinx Drive, Coventry United 1, Heanor Town 0. Ralston now, it's Alex Brown as Heanor look to get themselves back into this. Long ball by Brown, easily intercepted by Ben Valence. And Williams is offside once again. It's the problem with Kai Williams. He's got the speed, but he likes to grab those extra couple of yards on you. Ralston hoofs it forward. Nodded on towards Benga. Benga, can he get on the end of this one? No, he can't, and fired out of play by Ben Valence for a corner. And the familiar chants of "Come on, Heanor" from the visiting fans. And it's going to be a corner kick on the right-hand side to be taken by Keenan Leighton. A dummy run there by Josh Craddock, who was trying to offer a short corner routine. They're going to go for the traditional corner setup towards the far post, towards Whitmore. Whitmore gets his head on it, and it's out for another corner. It's gone at the back of the head of Lewis Ison. And coming over for the corner, it is going to be number 11, Jack Warner. And what an opportunity for Warner to hook this one in from the left. It's towards Ralston. Ralston misses with the header and goes straight into Rich Morris. Another corner given. You have to think if Ralston had a connection with that header, it would have been difficult to stop. And now Courtney Cameron and Sean Ralston going head to head there. Not too sure what for, but the referee wants to have a word with them. And Ralston has been fantastic at the back for Heanor Town. So far, Courtney Cameron has also put a shift in so far as well. It remains 1-0 to Millwall at the Ricoh Arena. Corner swung in. It's towards Ralston. Nods it across the face of goal once again. Benga. And the shot at goal blocked, and it was hooked back in by Keenan Leighton and blocked again. It's going to be another corner. And the score remains Coventry United 1, Heanor Town now to Kevin Thornton's penalty. What can Heanor do to change it? It's towards Ralston. Whitmore nods it across the face of goal, back in. Ralston can't bring it down, and Kevin Thornton will clear the danger. Here's Josh O'Grady. Strides past Craddock. Boots it forward, looking for Kai Williams. Will Williams get there? He might, you know. He has got there. Brilliant ball from O'Grady. Williams cuts in. Kai Williams for 2. And well saved by Jablonski. Thornton over the crossbar. The follow-up effort from Kevin Thornton. He couldn't quite keep it down. But 2 outstanding opportunities for Coventry United. Crafted from a long ball from Josh O'Grady. It remains 1-0 to the Red and Greens, and the United fans behind Adam Jablonski's goal, showing their support for the Red and Greens, who do lead by 1-0. Or you could say the same for Coventry City, who are losing 3-0 at home to Millwall. 1-0. losing 1-0, I should say. I don't know where I got 3-0 from. Maybe a little bit of psychology there, thinking that it will end 3-0 rather than it being 3-0 at the moment. Here's Josh O'Grady. Handball claims there by the United players. Referee waves them away. Musa forced down from behind. Referee says no foul. Naylor certainly made contact with Musa there. Marriott. Down line, opportunity to whip it in from the right hand side. Now for Heanor Town, can they get the cross away? Blocked well by Ben Valance. United crowding that box. But are United looking to just settle for a 1-0 victory? They're pushing everyone back. Only Kai Williams is in a relatively attacking position. And the cross put in, easy go by Tommy Glasgow. Now Kevin Thornton striding out of danger now for Coventry United. Courtney Cameron making a run down the right hand side. But lovely vision there by Thornton to find Josh O'Grady on the left. And now Kai Williams in the area, all alone. What's he going to do here? Williams blocked at the near post there by Sean Ralston. And it will be a corner kick to Coventry United. Fantastic counter from the Red and Greens. And it very nearly paid off there once again. Ralston denying United another goal. And it's going to be Mr. Set Piece himself, Josh O'Grady, to take this one. And there's been a couple of goals in the Premier League. Bournemouth have scored at Everton. It's 3-1 Everton in that game. West Ham now 3-1 up. O'Grady's cross blocked well. We'll come out to Courtney Cameron. Thornton's cross towards the far post. It's Chris Cox, and he's for their cross goal. It's still alive though with Lewis Ison, and that's why he's playing at centre back. Well, it's a punt that Johnny Wilkinson may have been proud of, but it's not going to score United any goals.
Come on, Heanor! Go on, Liam. Don't stop.
It's going to be Jablonski to take the goal kick. Ison will leap for that one and will get his bonce on it. It's towards Williams. Whitmore intercepts. They have a seal dribble there from the big number 6. Warner. Back to Whitmore. United crowding Heanor here, and it works perfectly as United win themselves a throw. Fantastic pressure from the Red and Greens. The game plan working beautifully for Terry Anderson's men at the minute. But will it last? With just over half an hour to play. Thornton switches it onto the left-hand side with Ben Vance. Will he get there before Marriott? He will, but Marriott will just get his toe to it and put it out for a throw on the far side. Well, the sunshine has well and truly disappeared. The blue sky may be still here, but the heat has gone someplace else. It's absolutely freezing now. O'Grady flicked on by Courtney Cameron, and Whitmore's there again to pick up the pieces. O'Grady tried to put it over to Valentine. It's just poked out of play once again by Greg Marriott. Valance hoofs it into the centre with Courtney Cameron. Takes it in his stride. Onto the left once again with Josh O'Grady. Valance. Thornton. United blocked off here by a sea of white. Lovely 1-2 there between Thornton and Musa. But Alex Brown will get that one away as Thornton tries to set himself up for the shot. Naylor. Brown. Plays it back to the goalkeeper, but Kai Williams in the vicinity. A hasty clearance there by Alan Jablonski. And it will be a throw into Coventry United around the halfway line. Valance plays a 1-2 with Josh O'Grady. Looking for a forward option, plays it to O'Grady once again. Glasgow. Cameron. Mooden's making the run on the right-hand side. He's got Musa in front of him as well. Courtney Cameron. Now Musa. Oh, lovely switch there to Josh O'Grady. Shot blocked. And Naylor will dribble that one away. And they're fouled by Gift Musa. A rather nasty one on Joe Naylor, and it could well be a yellow card. Well, you can see he was going for the ball, but when you get the man like that, there's only going to be one outcome. And the referee is putting the number 4, Gift Musa, in his book and shows the midfielder the yellow card. Second of the match.
Come on, Heanor!
And it will be Sean Ralston to hook this one into United territory. Goes towards Benga. Benga nods it on. He's looking for Cooper. Cooper tripped. Referee says no foul. There certainly was contact, and now Cooper's holding his arm. But the referee says get up. And Heanor have got to build from the back now as they're forced into their own territory. Moodham intercepts. Gift Musa on the halfway line. Chips it forward for Kai Williams. Onside, but Jablonski will put it only towards Courtney Cameron. He backtracks onto his goal. But Moodham will keep it alive for United. Strides through several Heanor players. Puts it through for Kai Williams as Gift Musa. And Williams tripped. Referee says no foul. Jablonski to hook this one away under pressure from Williams. Towards Begner. O'Grady goes down and stabbed away by Benga. Brown puts it in towards Cooper and it's intercepted by Chris Cox. Cameron. Musa. Space on the left for O'Grady and Thornton, but he tries to play it through to Courtney Cameron on the right. Blocked by Leighton and hoofed away by Jablonski. Ison. Good chest control by Courtney Cameron under pressure from Keenan Leighton. Musa puts it onto the right, deflected off Leighton, and it will be a throw into United as Heanor are looking to make a substitution. Are they one of the subs warming up down the touchline in front of us? And Pierre Moodham to take this throw in for Coventry United. Of course, the usual long throw specialist, Jamie Coleman, not in the team today. Thornton lobs it over to the left-hand side where Josh O'Grady is waiting. Valance making the overlapping run, but plays it into the centre with Tommy Glasgow. Glasgow to Thornton. Onto the left with Ben Valance. Space to work here. Valance and tries to let out to Josh O'Grady. It's found O'Grady, but again Whitmore's there with a crucial challenge. Glasgow let it go. It seemed as if it was going to be an easy gather for the defender, but then O'Grady was there, quick as a flash. It's punted forward, and Morris has got to come out and claim that one before Cooper can get there, and Cooper falls onto Morris for good effect. Let's put a smile on Morris's face anyway. And the Heanor fans showing their appreciation for Cooper. Thornton strides through the midfield now. The former Sky Blues midfielder still going. Moodham with space on the right-hand side. He's found Moodham beautifully. Williams, Cameron with options in the centre. Here is Courtney Cameron in the box. Where's he going to go here? Handball claims, referee says no. And the clearance made. And it will be a throw to Coventry United. Around 15 yards into Heanor territory.
Sit down, you! You're 2 yards away!
United looking to build once again. Here's Josh O'Grady. Lobs it towards Cameron on the right side. He's got Moodham behind, but plays it to his left to Kevin Thornton. Thornton. O'Grady. Will he strike? Yes, he will. And Jablonski scrambles across goal. It wasn't necessary, though. It's just trickled out of play at the far post. And it remains at 1-0 to the Red and Greens. And it remains 1-0 at the Ricoh Arena where Coventry City are playing Millwall. The only difference is the Lions in that match are beating the Coventry side at the Ricoh. So Millwall leading Coventry City by 1-0. Well, Heanor may be losing with these lines are anything but pussycats in this game. They're going after the goals. They just can't seem to find them. As Moodim, with the attempted pass, puts it out of play for a throw on this near side. Moodim gets his head to it and nodded away by Cox. Seems to strike the arm there of Joe Naylor, but his arm was by his side. Not a lot he could do about it. Naylor striding forward. Cox gets his body in front of him and will make the clearance now for Coventry United. Clearance blocked, but it's brought down by Gift Musa, who should ensure that the ball won't be coming back to United's box anytime soon. Valance. Now O'Grady on the left-hand side now with Kevin Thornton. United just looking for an option. Flicked on by O'Grady. Williams, will he get to that? No, he won't. Ralston nods it back to Jablonski, the goalkeeper. And with around 25 minutes of play remaining, it is still Coventry 1, Heanor 0. Benga, now it's Cooper. Slips, and the clearance made by Chris Cox. Craddock. Onto the right with Marriott. Greg Marriott striding forward into space, going to get the cross in. Valance is there trying to put him off. Great challenge by Ben Valance, and he comes away with the ball, keeps it in, and puts it out for a Coventry United throw. Superb defence by Ben Valance. United will regroup with the throw after a substitution for Heanor Town. It's number 12 coming on, and that will be Chris Smith. And coming off the field is Jack Warner.
Go on, Smudge.
So the first change of the match. Warner off, Smith on for Heanor Town. And we'll get things going again. We'll throw in adjacent to Coventry United's penalty area to be taken by Ben Valance of the Red and Greens. There's a 1-2 of Josh O'Grady and hoofs that one away towards Kai Williams. Williams lets it run, but it will only go as far as Leighton. But his ball meets Musa. Thornton's long ball towards the left drifts out of play for a throw to Heanor Town. Of course, if you are enjoying this live commentary on Coventry United Match Day, don't forget to hit the like button on the YouTube video to let us know you are enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel as well for more exclusive football content. And of course, you can catch the highlights of this match, the video highlights of this match, tomorrow afternoon, right here on the Matchday YouTube channel. Leighton. Jay Cooper forced away by Pierre Moodim, but still retains possession. Hooks it into the area. Marriott was waiting, and it's just drifted wide. And it goes out for a Coventry United goal kick. And Alex Brown was waiting to get his hand in it, but he's not the tallest of players, and that cross was just a little bit too high for him. And so another goal, Goodison Park. The comeback is definitely on for Bournemouth. They were 3-0 down. It's now 3-2. The chase of another goal at Goodison Park. And it's 2 goals for Josh King. Of course, former Sky Blues striker Callum Wilson, who now plays for Bournemouth, is out for the rest of the season. So King is going to be taking centre stage up front for the Cherries. Thornton. Puts it into the centre circle now with Tommy Glasgow. Glasgow switches onto the right with Moodim. He's got Courtney Cameron in front. Dodges the challenge of Leighton. Now Cameron looks at the cross in. Courtney Cameron towards the far post where Josh O'Grady is waiting, but nodded out of play by Greg Marriott at a crucial moment. And it will be a corner kick to United on the left-hand side. And one of the Heanor Town players is down. I think it's Marriott. He's gone back to his feet, so the physio not required as he made his way towards the touchline. It's going to be a corner now to be taken by Josh O'Grady. Hooked in. It's towards the head of Chris Cox. Jumped a little too early there. Mistimed his jump and slid out of play by Alex Brown. Throw into United on the near side. Thornton has got Moody in support, but flows it straight to Lewis Ison. Tried to play it back to Thornton. It's another throw to United.
Keep going, Joe!
Poked away by the midfielder, I believe it was Chris Smith who got on it. Ison's going to hoof this one forward into the penalty area towards Chris Cox. Cox jumps for it, gets his hand in there. Now Kyle Williams, can he turn and shoot? He's under pressure. Williams gets his shot away, hits the post. Well, Williams did well to get his shot away there, and immense pressure from Sean Ralston from behind. Managed to turn, strike one towards the net, but the woodwork keeps Williams out. And Jablonski will gather that one for Heanor. With around 20 minutes still to play. You've got 10 minutes to get in touch with us regarding our man of the match. Let us know who you think should be our Coventry United Matchday man of the match on Twitter by sending us a tweet at CovMatchday. And it will be now a free kick to Coventry United just outside their own penalty area. United still lead by 1-0 thanks to Kevin Thornton's penalty. Valance. O'Grady. O'Grady down the left-hand side, looking for Kyle Williams. And Whitmore does well to shrug Williams off and play it back to Jablonski. But it bounces towards Tommy Glasgow in the centre circle after the clearance from the goalkeeper, Chris Cox. Now it's Courtney Cameron, moving in space on the right-hand side. Can he find him? He's not going to find him. He's going all on his own here. It's Courtney Cameron and tripped from behind. And it will be a free kick to Coventry United right on the edge of the penalty area. But what action will the referee take on the infringing player? I believe, was it Chris Smith who made the challenge? The referee is bringing out his book. And it is. It's a yellow card for the substitute, Chris Smith. Definite foul. Yellow card probably justified. While standing over it, Courtney Cameron and Josh O'Grady. And of course, Kevin Thornton not far behind. O'Grady last season, of course, was the regular set-piece taker. Cameron and Thornton have taken a certain interest in it recently as well. But it is going to be Josh O'Grady as the referee checks that the wall was in the appropriate position. There's 4 men in the Heanor Town wall. Will they be enough? Yes, they will. And it came off the head of Josh Craddock and will go out for a Coventry United corner on the right-hand side. As we enter the final 20 minutes at Sphinx Drive, United still lead by 1-0. Corner swung in, it's gone all the way through. It'll be kept in by Chris Cox. Whitmore claims that it's gone out. The referee doesn't want to know. Cox, side challenge by Whitmore, out of play for another United corner. This time on the left-hand side. And Cox is standing over it, but if anything, they want Cox in the centre. The leaping ability of the centre-back is immense, so they definitely want him in the centre rather than taking the corner. Of course, O'Grady now goes over to take the corner kick as Cox takes his place in the box. Swung in. It's towards Lewis Ison, and he can't make contact with the header. It'll fall to the far side now of Courtney Cameron. Strides in. Cameron, low to mood him, and it's put in. Is it no? Ison's well saved there. Lewis Ison striking towards the net. Brilliant save by Adam Jablonski to keep out the teenage centre-back. And here come Heanor with Jay Cooper. Puts it across the face of goal and put over his own net by Giv Musa. End-to-end stuff here at Sphinx Drive. Ison very nearly makes it 2-0 at one end, and then Jay Cooper puts the ball in immediate danger in United's penalty area. The Heanor fans backing their boys. Can the boys repay their support with a goal? Corner put in. Well, not now, they can't. Moodim hooks it away and put out of play. And it was put out of play by Brown. And it will be a United throw to be taken by Pierre Midden. In fact, no, we'll lose it to Lewis Eisen. See, I'm saying it right. I'm saying it right this week. I'm saying Eisen rather than Eisen. Williams forced down. The referee says no foul. Whitmore nods it on. And a fantastic challenge there by Chris Cox. Before Jay Cooper can cause any more damage. He's certainly been a danger man in this game so far. Throwing taken to Chris Smith. Brown. He's got Leighton in support. And that would be a United throw. Puts it through the legs of Leighton to Pierre Moodham. It came off the left back on the way through. So with just over 15 minutes to go, it remains Coventry United 1, Heanor 0. You've got 5 minutes to get in touch with us and let us know who you think should be our Coventry United Matchday Man of the Match. Get in touch on Twitter at CovMatchday. Eisen. And it's side out of play by Alex Brown for another United throw around 10 yards further up. Eisen ready to hoop this one forward with the long throw. Towards the head of Kai Williams. Well, it would have been, but cut out by Leighton. Smith. Leighton again, and it's touched the arm of Courtney Cameron. Referee says no handball. It's gone over the defender now, and as Williams tries to bring it back, calamity at the back as Williams tries to get it away. Can't afford to make the challenge, and Jablonski eventually gets there, but the referee has called for a foul. It's a free kick. It's not a penalty kick, it is a free kick. Well, Whitmore and Jablonski playing themselves into danger there. Jablonski playing it back to Whitmore, who was under pressure from Williams. Thornton came in as well. Whitmore played it back to Jablonski. And the referee, I believe, has given a yellow card to give it to Whitmore, has he? He's given it to Whitmore. And it is going to be a free kick right on the edge of the area. So I can only assume the foul has been given for a push on Williams. And it is going to be Thornton from close range. It looks like O'Grady's going to provide the tap on.
No, get into him. Come on.
And Whitmore going a little bit too early there. And Heanor crowding the area here. And it's Cox instead. It takes a deflection. And it's blocked onto the left-hand side. United retain possession, however. Thornton strides towards the box, puts it through for O'Grady, he's onside, gets the cross in, just blocked in time by Whitmore. And clearance made by Marriott. Benger. Brown, pass bobbles towards Lewis Eisen. Oh, but Eisen with a poor pass of his own and puts it through. Cooper surely offside, definitely, yeah, the linesman agrees, offside. But Lewis Eisen very nearly costing his team there. And there is going to be a change for Coventry United as Jimmy Holton will come on. And it's Tommy Glasgow coming off, so a straight swap in midfield. Holton on for Glasgow. Glasgow is certainly one of the more hard-working players in the team. Let's put a shift in today, and Holton, who has found first-team starts limited recently, comes on. And has got a chance to show the fans what he can do. The 2 previous starts, all that Holton has got since his move from Coventry Sphinx. Morris's kick towards the head of Holton. Holton does get his head in it. And it bounces over to Josh O'Grady. He'll strike. Blocked. Referee says no handball despite the claims of United. And Brown will stride away with possession. Benger. And his pass blocked by Ben Valance. Throwing on the far side to Heanor. 5 yards up line of the halfway mark. Benger. Brown tries to put it onto the right once again. Block made. And it's O'Grady looking to get it out of danger. Holton lays it off for Musa. Cameron was facing on the right hand side, but he tries to put it through for Kai Williams. Easily blocked by Sean Ralston. And it's just about kept in by Cooper. And Moodham with the final touch. It goes out for a throw. And Heanor have got to act quickly here. So they look to get United on the back foot. Cooper's cross. They'll fall towards Brown. Crucial challenge made by Valence. Smith shields the ball from Fulton, not very well as Cameron wins it back. Holton's forward. Cameron definitely impeded there with the referee. Referee says no. I've got to say I'm surprised the referee didn't blow the whistle there. It was definitely impeded by Keenan Leighton. The referee lets it go and United hoof it forward and it will be a throw halfway into Heanor's territory for the Lions. Talking of Lions, let's see how Coventry City are doing at home to Millwall at the Ricoh Arena. Last time we checked on the scoreline it was 1-0 to Millwall. And the score is now 2-0. Millwall lead Coventry City by 2-0 thanks to Steve Morrison. So the M4 Millwall lead Coventry City by 2-0. Valence to O'Grady. Back to Valence. Ison. United calmly pass it around the back four. Long ball by Ison. Easily intercepted by his opposite, number 6, Whitmore. Williams makes a challenge. Can't take the ball away, however. Marriott beaten to the ball by Kevin Thornton. O'Grady. Holton. Good hold-up play by the former Sphinx midfielder. Valence. Back to Holton. Still Holton. Puts it forward. Williams is onside, but he's beaten to the ball by Jablonski. He had to get there first. Otherwise it would have certainly been 2-0. Keenan Leighton slides it forward where Cooper was waiting, but Cox will get there first. And he'll play it back to Rich Morris. And offside against Jay Cooper. Oh, I don't get that. He didn't look offside to me. The Lions have obviously seen something that we haven't. Unfortunately, this time we've got no video replay, so I can't tell you whether it was offside or not, but we'll have to look into getting some replays for next season. And it's going to be Rich Morris to take this free kick. It's now time to name our Coventry United Matchday Man of the Match. For his rock-solid defensive display, we have to give it to Heanor Town's number 5, Sean Ralston. Talking of Ralston, there he is, knocking the ball away. Benga tries to force Moodham into a mistake, and he does. Benga forces Moodham out of play. Leighton. Throw cut out by Pierre Moodham, but Leighton picks it up once again after a poor pass from Kevin Thornton. Craddock onto the right-hand side looking for Alex Brown. And Ben Valence trying to play it down the wing. Brown makes the clearance. Sorry, makes the block, I should say. But Valence has put it out of play off Brown. And it will be a throw-in to the Red and Greens as the clock ticks towards the final whistle. Around 8 minutes of normal time remaining. A couple of minutes of injury time to go as well. Heanor lose possession on the edge of United's area. Valence chips it over to Courtney Cameron in the centre circle and takes it around Leighton beautifully. Moodham's making the overlapping run, but Cameron's going all on his own here. He's got no need to rush. United have the lead. A second goal would make the game safe, you'd have to believe. Moodham, Thornton, and dispossessed there by Joe Naylor. Benga, long ball forward. And Cox should get that one away, and he does. And it's kept in by Courtney Cameron. Brilliant work from the midfielder there. Under pressure from Leighton. Offloads to Musa, and a free kick against Benga. And a free kick to Coventry United. Well, United may lead by 1-0, but remember what happened last time these two sides played in November. United led going into the closing stages and conceded 2 late goals, with Heanor picking up the 3 points. Could we be about to see a repeat? Ison's free kick towards the left finds Josh O'Grady. Down line looking for Kai Williams under pressure from Whitmore. A little bit of a push there by Whitmore. Doesn't affect Williams too much though. Thornton. Still going Thornton. The pressure now from Jay Cooper, playing a much more advanced role at the minute. Into the centre now with Josh O'Grady. Plays it forward, looking for Courtney Cameron, and once again cut out by our man of the match, Sean Ralston. Long ball forward, looking for Marriott. Marriott brings it down, but good pressure there from Eisen, blocking the run of Marriott. And Cox picks up the pieces. Here's Kevin Thornton into the centre with Gift Musa. Naylor behind, trying to get in on the action. Challenge from behind by Keenan Layton, gets the ball back for Heanor. Here's Naylor. Punts it forward for Marriott, and it should be an easy gather for Rich Morris, who will take all the time in the world to pick that one up. Marriott wasn't too happy about it, but it's within the laws of the game. United, of course, have only made the one change, as have Heanor. So there's still plenty of time to change the game for both sides. O'Grady. Down line to Williams. Holton. Williams making the overlapping run, and it will be a goal kick. As Heanor tries to put it forward. Open some space up for himself. Remains 1-0 to Coventry United with just 5 minutes to go.
Last 5. Come on, boys. Last 5 minutes. Come on, Heanor.
Let's get some score updates now from the Premier League, if we can. And what a game it is at Goodison Park. Everton 5, Bournemouth 3. And Hull City now lead Liverpool by 2-0 at the KCOM Stadium. Cameron onto the left now with Josh O'Grady. Valance. Where's the support here for Valance? He's got Musa next to him. Plays it forward to Jimmy Holton, the substitute. Bit of a dig from behind there by Chris Smith. Referee says no foul. And here come Heanor now. It was an opportunity for Marriott to get through on goal, but moving with a little bit of a push there on Marriott. Forced him to the ground. Referee says no foul. Leighton does well to take it around Thornton, but he can't beat Chris Cox. Handball claims from the Heanor fans. Seems to hit his shoulder. Eisen hooks it away. Ralston. Now Leighton, and he's ran straight into Eisen now. I don't think there's a lot Eisen could do about that, but the referee has given the foul. The teenage centre-back putting in another shift today. As we enter the final couple of minutes, the Heanor fans still backing their team all the way. Will they be rewarded for their loyalty? It'll be Jay Cooper to swing this one in. All but one forward for Heanor. Will it be enough? As trickled over to the far side of the penalty area. And Rich Morris plays it down line to Josh O'Grady. The counter is on for Coventry United. Ralston tries to force O'Grady to a mistake from behind. He doesn't do so. O'Grady cuts into the centre and hacked down by Whitmore, who's already been booked. Whitmore's already been booked, I believe. It was a definite foul. Was it a booking? I'm not too certain, but the referee seems to have made up his mind. He's called the big number 6 over. Heanor players surrounding the ref. And you have to think, if Heanor go down to 10 men there, push for an equaliser would be seriously hit. Well, the ball was just about gone when Whitmore made the challenge. The referee checks the shirt number of Whitmore. And it's a yellow card. It seems he wasn't booked earlier on. We believed it was Whitmore when there was a free kick on the edge of the area. When Williams was forced down, it appeared it would have been one of the other players, but it looked to me as if it was Whitmore. But Whitmore is now in the book.
Keep working, boys!
It is going to be Chris Cox to take the free kick just inside Heanor's territory. A second goal would bring this contest to a close, you'd have to think. It's towards Holton, gets his head in it. Bit of arm pulling there from Alex Brown. And it enables Joe Naylor to retreat with the ball. hoofs it forward towards Jay Cooper, but United with the ball in their possession now. Here's Kevin Thornton. Around a minute of normal time remaining. Musa plays a 1-2 with Ben Valance. Good pressure there from Heanor. Musa tripped. Referee says foul. Joe Naylor tripping. Give Musa.
Keep working, boys!
The perfect scenario for Coventry United. A free kick and they get to waste all the time they want. The slender 1-0 lead remains intact thanks to Kevin Thornton's penalty early in the second half. Well, Heanor came out fighting after the break. They very nearly went in front, with Warner having 2 cracks at goal. Didn't quite work out for him. And soon after, it was a goal for Kevin Thornton from the penalty spot. Cameron looking up at the cross in from the right-hand side. He's got Moodin with him. Here's Pierre Moodin. Cameron. It's going to be offside, I believe, against Courtney Cameron. And we must be into injury time now. The free kick goes straight to Kevin Thornton, who pads it over to the wing to Pierre Moodin. He can't sort out his feet, and it goes out for a throw to Heanor Town. Smith takes it quickly. Naylor. Holton intercepts. It's towards Josh O'Grady. This to seal it for Coventry United. O'Grady! And it's just about saved, is it? No, it isn't! Coventry United seal the victory. Kai Williams will claim it. O'Grady with the initial dig at goal. It seemed as if Jablonski had just got enough to it, but it dropped right onto the head of Kai Williams. Williams is claiming it. O'Grady's getting part of the spoils as well from his teammates. Well, I'm going to give it to Williams. It didn't seem as if it went over the line until Williams nodded it into the net. So that's 3 goals in 2 games for Kai Williams. And surely the win is safe now for the Red and Greens. Coventry United 2, Heanor Town 0. Well, there was a yellow card in there given to one of the Heanor players for arguing the case of Heanor. They felt that Jablonski was fouled. And there's a change here for Heanor Town. It's Josh Craddock coming off. And coming on for the last couple of minutes is James Wilson. And now Courtney Cameron sees he's suffering a slight injury at the minute. And Cameron is, in fact, going to come off. It's Jean de Corey coming on. So a pacey attacking midfielder coming off. And a big, bulky, strong as an ox defensive midfielder, Jean de Corey coming on. Superb performance from Courtney Cameron this afternoon at Sphinx Drive. Certainly played his part in what appears to be a Coventry United victory. I'd be surprised if it isn't. Now that the Red and Greens are 2 goals up, thanks to Kai Williams' late goal. Well, 2 substitutions apiece now at Sphinx Drive as Heanor look to get themselves on the scoreboard. They had to score immediately if they're going to get anything out of this game, and they're not going to as Kai Williams strides forward, loses out as Holton can't quite get on the loose ball. Ralston. And the substitute, James Wilson, forced to the ground. Smith takes it quickly. Marriott. And Wilson couldn't get to it. It'll be kept in on the right-hand side by Alex Brown. Smith. Hooks it into the area. Benga. Can he take it around Decory? Benga still with the ball. Decory gets his body in the way, and that'll be a corner. Well, I'm not sure how much added time the referee has judged there will be. But I do know that Heanor really could do with scoring here to get anything out of the game. How many chances will they get? They won't get too many after this. All but one of Heanor's players in the box towards the far post, headed out by Chris Cox, and it'll be another corner. Well, everyone but Alex Brown and the goalkeeper Adam Jablonski are forward for Heanor. You can tell how much they want this goal. Well, Kai Williams is ready for the counter. It's swung in, and Ralston, it's still alive here. Naylor, it's in! Hope for Heanor! And it's Joe Naylor who stabs it into the top corner from close range. Have they got enough time to go and get a second? Is this game over yet? Nothing is ever certain in football, and we're good about to be seeing
Keep working, boys.
that phrase come to fruition here at Sphinx Drive. Coventry 2, Heanor 1. This game isn't over yet. Well, now Kai Williams rather eagerly wanted to get this game started. And once again, a definite ploy to try and waste some time. And sadly for Heanor, that is the final whistle. They won't have another chance to go after the equaliser. Coventry United have sealed the victory. Harsh on Heanor, who really could have scored several times in the second half, the early stage of the second half. But Coventry United seal revenge after the late heartbreak they suffered at the Town Ground in November. The same scoreline applies here at Sphinx Drive. But once again, it is the home team taking the spoils. But this time it's Coventry United taking home the 3 points. The final score at Sphinx Drive, Coventry United 2, Heanor Town 1. And that will bring our coverage here on Coventry United Match Day to a close. The next time we are on air is Wednesday the 15th of February, when Coventry United travel to All Pay Arena, I believe it is, to take on Westfield. So live coverage of Westfield versus Coventry United on Wednesday the 15th of February at 7:30. Do not miss it. If you can't be there, you can guarantee that you'll be able to keep up to date with the action right here on Coventry United Match Day. From everyone here at Sphinx Drive, thank you so much for tuning in. Safe journey home to everyone involved. And of course, thank you to all the Heanor fans tuned in to Match Day, and best of luck for the rest of the season. From me, Liam Cook, and everyone here at Sphinx Drive, a very pleasant evening. We'll see you in 10 days' time when we head to Westfield for another edition of Coventry United Match Day. Good night, everyone. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.